I don't even know what to say. I could say a lot. Let's just put it that way. I'm scrolling through YouTube and this piece of shit, the Officer Tatum pops up. Black ass coon motherfucker. This dude is all in it for the money. He says he's a former police SWAT officer. Probably isn't anymore because he is too dumb to be one and got kicked off, or he retired because he couldn't handle the job anymore because his mental capacity is retarded. He's just straight up stupid, lying, ignorant, doing it for money, obviously. Um, he tries to say that the Breonna Taylor shooting was justified, even though they found no evidence of crimes in her place of residence, and the police officers shot over a dozen rounds randomly, and even some went into the neighbor's house. And he's like, "Oh, she must have been the shooter, cause she was shot 8 times, and why was she shot?" Are you fucking for real, dude? You're supposedly an ex SWAT, and this is what you're saying. I mean that's ridiculous. But how I got to this dude's page was the new CDC 6% bullshit. This is how you know this dude's a retard, because he's straight up lying about what the CDC said. The CDC did not say out of all the 185 plus thousand deaths we have, only 6% were from COVID and the rest we just made up. They didn't say that. That's not what happened at all, you dumbasses. And if you're a police officer and you were on the SWAT team, then you should know how a death certificate works in some fashion or way, because I'm sure you had to deal with a coroner at some point, or somebody in your department did. That's not how it works, you dumbass motherfucker. Alright? So, for example, what they said was that COVID 19 on 6% of death certificates was listed as the only cause of death. For the other 94%, they were listed as COVID 19 and pneumonia, our sepsis, our fucking organ failure, our cardiac arrest with COVID 19, because that's what it does. When you have COVID 19 and you develop pneumonia and you die from suffocating on your own bodily fluids in your lungs, was that not because of COVID 19? If you get COVID 19 and your heart stops, is that not because of COVID 19? So they put COVID 19 cardiac arrest. Alright? If you get COVID 19 and your fucking body starts shutting down and your organs fail, it doesn't just say COVID 19. Oh, he just died of COVID 19. We don't know what actually killed him. They put down why and how you died, which was your organs shut down. And this is a personal example from my father. My father was an alcoholic. He died from drinking every day for 40 plus years. They didn't just put on his death certificate alcohol, alcoholic, alcohol. They put the causes that shut down his body. All right, they put down, cirrhosis of the liver, failing kidneys, everything that was wrong with him due to the alcohol. You fucking retard. I mean, that is just the tip of the iceberg with this dude. And if you go down on his page, I said some really nasty shit, and I won't take it back because I don't care. I fucking meant every fucking word I said. This dude is a coon, Uncle Tom, piece of fucking shit. Straight up, he is doing this for views. He is doing this for money. That's it. There's no other reason. And if he truly believes what he's saying, he is a retard. And I'm shocked that someone with that level of stupidity was able to become a police officer with that level of bias against other people, was able to be on the SWAT team. That's scary shit. Like, this dude didn't even read what the CDC posted, because if that was true, then why, when you go to the CDC website, it straight up still has 189,000 or whatever the death total is, 190,000 deaths? They would have changed it. They would have changed it. They didn't do that because you didn't fucking read it, Officer Tatum, fucking retard. They didn't. You didn't even read. All you did was heard what you saw online, and you just repeated it. And you repeated it to your stupid followers of 200 something thousand, 300,000, whatever the fuck it is. That's all you did? You're a piece of shit, dude. You are a big piece of shit, and I hope you fucking die, straight up. Because it's people like you who are ruining this country. Now, some of the stuff on your channel I agree with. But a lot of on your channel is fucking lies. And just straight up misinformation, misrepresentation of the facts to fit a political narrative and agenda of, I'm black, I support Trump, so come watch me and give me money. That's it. That's all it is. He even justified the shooting of Breonna Taylor, who was an EMT who was raided because her ex-boyfriend is a criminal. Maybe that's why she's not with her ex-boyfriend, you stupid piece of shit. Did you ever think about that? Maybe that's why her new boyfriend, before she died, but her boyfriend, was a law-abiding citizen and a legal gun owner. Kinda odd how they didn't find any of these drugs and money and all these fucking crimes in her house, as you're justifying her being shot 8 times, saying, well, wonder why she was shot. Because police either knocked, whether they knocked on the door or not, in the middle of the night, kicked in a door, and what would you do? If somebody kicked in my door right now, even if they yelled police, I still wouldn't believe it was police because I'm not a criminal. I'd be like, we're getting fucking robbed, and they're going to yell police, and we're just going to get tied up and fucking executed. So the boyfriend took his legally owned gun, and he shot outside, thinking he was getting robbed. An officer was hit. They charged him with attempted murder, and in the process, they shot over 20-something rounds into this apartment or this house, killing Breonna Taylor and shooting into the neighbor's house. That's how bad trained these officers are. And let's not forget, a year before, they did the same shit to another house. They didn't shoot anybody, but somebody called and said, oh man, they're growing weed over there. And with no evidence or nothing, they kicked in the door of this house, arrested the family, found not a single fucking gram of cannabis. Not a single gram. Not a single fucking gram. They destroyed their home, kicked in the door, searched everything, didn't find a single gram. If they were growing weed, there would be fucking lights, there would be pots, there would be fucking nutrients, there would be bags, there would be scales. They didn't find anything because it was bullshit. I myself am a victim of these police raid bullshits where my neighbors called the cops because I had a beard like this and said I was an ISIS terrorist. They didn't even have a warrant. They came to my house 2 hours later and kicked in my fucking door, stole all my guns, found me downtown at a festival and arrested my ass. I was charged with being a terrorist and beating my wife. Never fucking did shit. All charges were dropped because I didn't commit a fucking crime. And just like Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, his charges were dropped. They tried to charge him with attempted murder. I wonder why they dropped him. Maybe because they fucked up? You stupid piece of shit. Down in fucking South Texas, when I lived there in the same city where I was raided, they did something similar to this. The fucking family member's cousin or someone who is a wanted criminal, they suspected that he was staying there because they were related, and they kicked in the door at 3 a.m. The guy thought he was being fucking robbed and his house was being broke into, and he shot at the officers, shot 3 of them and killed one. He's doing life in prison. Committed no crimes, had no criminal fucking record, and the person that they were looking for was banned from the family and did not live at that house and was not even allowed to go there. They found 0 drugs. They didn't find anything. Besides, 3 officers got shot in the process for doing a no-knock fucking warrant at 3 a.m. in a bad neighborhood, and one of them died. And then they charged him with murder and made him to be the bad guy, just like this Officer Tatum piece of shit. I truly hope you die. You are the scum of the fucking earth. It is people like you who are selling out your own race and your own fucking people for fucking money, so you can suck and kiss Trump's asshole as long as you can. That is it. That's all you're doing it for, is money. There's no other reason to justify an innocent person being shot 8 times by police. That is fucking sick. You were a former police officer and a SWAT team member. You are a piece of shit. I am so glad you are no longer on the force, because you would be a threat to society. I would be scared of getting pulled over by you. I would be fearful of my life that you would plant drugs on me or some shit to get a fucking arrest, because that's pretty much how you seem. You seem like a crooked piece of fucking shit.